Hey y'all, so I'm here. We're fixing to install some hair. It was sent to me by Sam's Beauty. I got the ocean wave. Now I just did an ocean wave video, I know, with Blanche Monroe. We did an install for her, so if y'all ain't seen it, go check it out because she slayed that shit. But anyway, so I'm not gonna focus on necessarily the install this time. I want to focus more on the illusion, the perimeter illusion method. This particular brand, it was sent to me by Sam's Beauty. It's the Authentic brand. Y'all know, like, I mess with them real hard. Like, I love Sam's Beauty for one. Excellent communication, always on point with shipping. They're very patient. They're very, like, they give me the tingles. I ain't even gonna count. Like, I really mess with Sam's Beauty. I ain't even, because y'all know if I don't like somebody, I'm gonna tell y'all. But nah, I like them. Now, one of the issues that I have when I'm doing my own hair, when I'm doing cornrows, it is very hard for me to catch it like at the very front. My cornrows, when I start them on my own, they start like back here. I don't know why. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And it's just on my head. So maybe it's just like a hand position situation for me. Because when I'm doing it with other people, I can get my hand in the right spot and start it immediately at the beginning of the cornrow. But I can't do it on my own head. So if you have that problem like I do, what I do is I start the braid off singular. Like, I'm finna do an individual braid. And I should have saved one. I didn't think about it. But you see how this is parted? These all got a little part right here. That's because I made a square and I started off an individual plait. And then once I started my individual plait, I plaited it down long enough to cover my real hair. But if you have extremely long hair, then that might not be an option, which is fine. It doesn't really matter. That's just where I stopped it at my natural hair. But once I did that, then I took it and started braiding it into a cornrow. So that helped me be able to get it to the very top, because that's the more natural it looks. Like, the more closer it gets to your hairline, the more natural it's going to look. Now, also remember that I got this undercut back here. Y'all see I finally got a cut, because I know, you know, the other day it was looking like taco meat. I know. But I got a cut, had me a little design put in there, which of course is growed out now. But it might be still somewhat there, but look a little crazy. But anyway, I got a perimeter braid around here because I want to be able to pull it up. Especially when, you know, like, I'm going to wear it long, but eventually I'm going to start cutting it and making it short, you know, and then it's going to be cute, a cute little puff, you know, whatever. So I wanted to make sure I had a perimeter braid. So I got my perimeter braid, got my tails and stuff tucked, got my undercut cleaned up and ready to go. Oh, can I pause for just a minute? I'm sorry. Go to the next time tag if y'all don't care. But I got a baby. Let me show y'all my baby. She's asleep. Endora, come here. Come here, baby. Look at my baby. Isn't she beautiful? Endora, look at the camera. Don't be antisocial. Look. See? Say hi. Say hi to everybody, Endora. Love her, y'all. That cat is human. I don't care what nobody say. We got her, adopted her from a shelter. And oh my God, I'm going to take that and I'm going to be splitting these in half. And I'm doing it, I'm starting in the back. And so that's why I'm splitting it in half. You can always go back and fill your hair in, but I always start out just kind of spacing it out really good, splitting it as much as I can, because you can always go back and fill it in. Of course, you can go and take some out, but it's more complicated to take it out when it's too much versus just filling it in as you desire once you finish the install. So that's always been my rule of thumb, and especially when you're working with illusion up here because you use more hair. So let's get right into it. Now, in the back here, because I want to be able to pull it up, I don't always take the time to do this. If I know that I'm going to be wearing just like some up, some down, you know, I don't plan on doing buns. I don't plan on pulling it up other than, you know, being at home or something like that. If I know that I don't have that in the plans, then I really don't worry about a perimeter braid. If I do have a perimeter braid, I don't worry about doing knotless. But I want this to give. I wanted to give, and I wanted to stay in my head, you know what I'm saying, for a period of time. So much so that I haven't agreed to do any other hair from any other company at this point. I just really, really, really want to enjoy this hair. So, with that being said, it's going to be plenty of styles going on. And so I want to be prepped for anything. So we're going to go ahead, even though it's a little bit more difficult, not difficult, but a little bit more tedious, to do the knotless around the perimeter in the back where you can't see your own stuff. You know, I'm still going to go ahead and do it. So, hopefully you see this. Okay. So, I have the black. I'm going to, I know this is about the middle of my head. It didn't have to be perfect. But, so I'm going to step off to the side of the middle of my head. And I'm putting it in wrong. All right, so this is the middle of my head. And I'm going to step off to the side of the middle. There we go. And this is just the old-fashioned knotless. I'm sure you know how to do this by now. Pull one strand through, twist it, loop it again, and pull it. Now, one thing that I do differently from everybody else is I double knot it. So I take a piece from this side, I take a piece from the other side, okay? And then I'm going to tie it twice. This makes it swim-proof, pull-proof, you know, everything else proof. Make sure it's not going anywhere, just securing your knots. And y'all know ocean wave hair, baby, it moves. And so without that secure, but it's not going nowhere with it. So also what I have been doing, and this makes sure that you don't use as much hair as you would necessarily have to when doing knotless. The part that is coming out of the top right here, the part that you took and looped through, you're going to move off to the side, right? Not in the same hole, but move off to the side. And you're going to take that and you're going to loop that underneath. Not looping, you're just pulling it, basically. That's all you're doing. That's it. And so that way, because, you know, normally you would have had to put another knot right there, right? Another strand of hair. But now you have that top hair, taking and put that there, okay? That's another way to eliminate using so much hair when doing an illusion method, okay? So we're going to repeat the process. Let me show you one more time. Oh, not shake y'all up. Y'all ain't shook up, is you? Oh, you should. Okay, here we go. Take this. Make sure I loop it through. Right? Yeah. Take one piece here, one piece here. Tie it up. Now it's secured. Now I'm going to take a needle, go over some, and pull it down. All right. Okay. That making sense? Let me play this back and make sure y'all seen that. Okay, yeah. You can see that. Good, good, good. All right. So I'm just going to continue with that all the way around my perimeter until I get to my ear. Okay? So let's do that. Okay. So done with this perimeter section right here. I stopped at my ears, and now we're going to start a different kind of knot. We're going to be using the double-sided knot. This knot is not my knot, not my creation at all. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the name of the creator who did it. She's been here for years. Is it Poop? I'm put it up on the screen. That's it. She made one of these. Now she has several different ones. Y'all should really go check her out. I don't think she's currently making videos anymore, but those older videos still hit to this day. She's a genius. So what I'm going to do now, I am still going to split it in half. And this hair be legit splitting like butter, so you will have no issue there. Cause this authentic hair don't play. Well, just crust in the face. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all just, you know what? I remember I come a long way, because I remember I had to have on a full face of makeup when I first started YouTube, and now look at me. Oh, yeah, I ain't even washed it. Okay. Anyway, so it really don't matter which direction you put the needle in at this point, because it's going to be a double-sided knot. So I'm going to stick it in this way because I'm right-handed and that's more comfortable for me. And then I want to take this. I'm in there. I can't remember how to do it. I need to look at the mirror. I need to pull. Let me get myself together first. Hold on. It's been a minute. Make sure I'm telling y'all right. I'm in there. We can go this way. I think that's the way to go, child. Hold on. Let me secure it. Let me be sure I did that right. I have been wearing so many locks and passion twists and shit. I ain't did loose hair in a minute. I'm like, wait a minute. Do I need a catch-up course myself? Okay, now there you go, because it ain't going nowhere. Okay. And we got her up. Okay. We good. Okay, now I'm finna show you. Sorry. All right. So, insert needle, pull it out. Then I'm going to go right beside it in a different hole now, because you won't have in between them. Insert my needle again, and I'm gonna take one of the strands back through. And while I'm doing that though, I'm holding it because it's creating another loop over here, right? And then what I do with that loop, you know, let's be over here. Sorry. You take that strand of hair and you put it through that loop. And then you pull. Okay? Now it's going to be a little, you know, a little wobbly. You're going to be like, that's not staying. But that's where this part comes in at and securing your knots. And I know y'all like, I'm not gonna do all this. When I first started doing it, I was like, oh my God, this is a lot of work. There's even a video right now to this day that I still got out that I'm like, this is a lot of work, but this is how you do it. But now that I've been doing it for so long, like it's really nothing. And it really doesn't take me a different amount of time as it would doing a classic install at this point. It's just practice. You speed up with practice. So there we go. Okay. Now I would, if this was longer, I would be doing another one. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and let's go ahead and tackle this illusion part right here in the beginning. So I split it in half. And I'm not gonna do the classic method. Of course I can't, because you know I've already put the other hair on top of the braid, so that won't work, right? And besides, that one uses a lot of hair, so I really haven't used that one in a very long time. I'm gonna create a regular knot, right? Just a regular smegular knot. Okay? Not too big, just a little thing, right? And I want to go ahead and I want to secure it. So take me 2 strands off of each, create me another little knot. So this is a regular knot, no tension, nothing, right? So now I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do. Let's pull that off to the side. I'm gonna go in. Now you can go in with a smaller crochet needle. I would actually suggest that you do that. You don't have to, but if you have weaker edges like myself, you should. However, I don't know where mine is. So I'm just gonna have to use this. But I'm gonna stick it in right here. Right? And let it come out over here. And you can pull half of this strand. You can pull all of this strand. You can pull 3/4 of this strand. You can honestly pull both of them through if you want to. Depends on how many times you want to repeat the process. The more you do it, I can say the more natural it's going to look. But for me, I'm going to do it 2 times. Okay? Because I'm lazy like that. So, and you'll see what I mean. Just taking half. I'm taking 1 leg, right? Putting it in there, and I'm going to pull it through the front. Okay. So that's coming out. You see? Which is what you want. Of course, we're going to, you know, trim it, you know, do the blade thing and tease and all of that, and it'll look even better. But right now, that's the look you're going for. That right there. And so now I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to do it with this strand. And that's what I'm saying. You can stick it in there, split this in half, and do it 3 times if you want to, you know, and put it in 3 different spots. But for me, I'm just going to do it twice. I did 1 right there, and then I'm going to come here, come on this side. And that's why I say a smaller one, because you have to go underneath the braid, but it's fine. Take that one, hook it, and take it back through. So now you got both of them. And that's going to be enough to cover up the knot, especially when you get done teasing everything. And for me, that's no tension. It's no tension other than the regular knot, the regular amount of tension, which is not a lot if your stuff isn't tight. So yeah, that's that. Now I'm going to go ahead and fill in this area here, and I'm going to be doing the same knots that I did over here above my ear. Taking half a strand, insert, hook, pull through. All right, I'm gonna come over to the side a little bit and come through again. I'm gonna pull 1 through while holding it. I'll take this and pull it through. And now let's go to this one I had. Yep. There we go. Then I'm going to secure it. And you see how it be a little frizzy and stuff sometimes over here if you don't pull all the hair or whatever. Honestly, I find that that helps. It really does. It makes it more secure, and you're going to end up like teasing and stuff anyway. So I don't really worry about that. So there we go. That's what we got going. We still got another section right here. We got to do that one and get that out the way. So let's do that one. And so I'll be back when I'm ready to come to another part that I don't know you need to see. And also remember, each one of these knots that I'm doing, except for this perimeter one that I just did, everything else is on a specific video. I think it's like 7 kinds of knots or something like that. Everything that I'm doing is not new except for that. So if you need more of a video just showing repetition of that, I'll link that video down in the description box. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and start trimming a little bit with the razor. And the reason why I do that is because if you wait to the very end to do the pattern, like it's okay if you want to, if you're just doing like this part and this is the only part that you're going to blend. Yes, that's easy. But if you're going to be blending and doing knotless or illusion all the way around, especially around the back, it gets really hard to do that. It's hard, number one, if you're doing it yourself, and then you got your hair in your way, and yeah, you can pull it up, and then you still got to pull some down so that you can tease. It's too much if you wait to the end, in my opinion. So first thing I'm going to do, now this is optional, you don't have to, but I do. I go ahead and I comb it with a wide tooth comb. I realized I didn't say that in the beginning, that you might need one of these, but it's optional, you don't have to. It just helps me. Oh, this one. It gets all the hair that may have gotten missed or not attached, you know. It helps with the shedding, all of that. So go ahead and do that. Of course, some did come out. And now I'm gonna take my brow pencil, and this first part I'm gonna do it by itself because I don't want it to be too thick. So I'm just doing a little bit. It doesn't take much. I'm doing it on both sides. Okay. Now I'm going to do it this way. And I'm going to do it this way. You don't necessarily have to do it on top, quite honestly, but we're doing knotless on both, so that's what we're going to do. Same thing over here. Let's see. Okay. Just a little bit. I'm gonna pull it up. You see how it's already difficult with just a little bit of hair. Okay. Okay, just a little bit. And let's go ahead and pull, kind of pull your hands through and get all that hair out. You won't feel like you were cutting any, but then when you get ready to pull, you see that you did plenty. Okay, and now we're going to start back combing it. Now, okay, and now I like, some people like, they'll leave it like this and be like, ooh, slay, and that's cool if you like that. I necessarily don't. I still want it to look kind of neat. I like the wild look, but it depends on what it is. But this is Ocean Wave. It's supposed to be a little sleeker, and so I don't want it to look super messy. I know that's kind of part of the illusion, but I don't know. So I really go behind it instead of like on top. So, like I do a little bit, but not much. Right here, I like doing it from behind. Okay. Honestly, what does help, and I should have did that before, you could like split it in the middle, but it's too late for now. Too late for me now. And let me do the back. Oh, like I mixed the section right there. I did. I need to add another strand back there. Another reason, because you get the feeling and stuff. You know, you find out early where you can miss some at. Yeah, I missed the whole section right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and install some right there real quick, and then I'll be back. Okay, so let's see what we got going right now. What it look like? I can't see. What it look like? It look like something? Let me go back and see if it look like something. Okay, yeah. Incomplete. Incomplete as hell, but you see where it's going. You see where it's going. It's going somewhere great. It's going somewhere great. I feel good about where we are right now. So now I'm just going to comb it out a little bit. Less for me to comb out later. And now this combing out part, again, I'm doing this because this is ocean wave hair and you can do that. You won't be able to comb out every single hair. Okay. There we go. So we're good. We're good. We're good. Now, excuse me, root bit break. So now, I'm going to be working on this area here. And all of these, you can make them knotless if you want to. Me, myself, personally, I am not. Because who gonna see it? Who is gonna see it? I don't start my knotless until I get, you know, right up in you know, this area here. But this right here, this little middle area, regular. Okay? Regular. This is a little small one, so I'm going to use the whole strand, but I am going to continue to split these in half. Now, that's not saying that that's law. If you feel like this one missing a little something, this a little loose strand, you know, then don't split it. If it's a big strand, because not all of them is the exact same size, but if it's a big strand, split it in two. It's all about what you want, but I would still split it. Even if you're like, oh, I want big hair, I want Texas big, you know, whatever. I understand it because I have definitely been on that vibe too. But I would still split it in half. And then when you get ready to add volume and fill it in to do, you know, make it what you want to make it. Sorry, hold on. Who would it coming through here? Somebody finna post some cement. Once you get ready to fill it in and make it, you know, what you want it to be, if you want it to be big, then use whole strands. So anyway, I'm going to do regular knots and then I'm going to secure the regular knots just like I do everything else because I want it to be proof. You know what I'm saying? I'll be right back. Okay. So we still working off of the first pack and I have this left. It's like 4 strands. Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strands, which is essentially 10. Let me show you what I got. We working with 1/4 right now. And I feel like this in the middle, you know, but it ain't gotta be exact. Right? So now let's go ahead and start on this right here. Let's go ahead and fill this in. I heard the beginning. And make me a regular crochet knot. Ta-da! And see how small that knot is compared to if it was a whole strand. So let's secure it. Boom. Boom. Okay. So regular knot. Now let's go in and pull it through. I'm gonna go right here. There. I'm gonna take half, if I can get half. Don't really matter, whatever. Give me some, child. Okay. Pull it through. And let's do it again. I'm gonna go down some. Okay. And that's that. All right. Period. I'm just gonna look like that. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing that I did over here and do the double-sided knotless. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the other way that you can go about like teasing it and stuff, right? So you can like split it down the middle, like expose the braid as much as you can. Because you know you have strands on one side and you have strands on the other. So you can kind of bust it down the middle. It's secured in the middle, so it's kind of hard to tell, but it's not, it doesn't have to be exact. Let's see. Okay. And once you do that, go ahead and use your trimmer. Okay. And that little bit does a lot, so don't go overboard. Do it really lightly. And is this all I pull? Lord, is this all I pull for this side? Let me see. Oh well. And then do it on this side. And this back comb on the inside. Same thing on here. Let's do it on the inside. Okay. Also, these strands here, let's not forget those. Let's use this just a little bit. Even that I did was probably too much. And let's tease that on up in the inside, not the outside, inside. Okay. I'm gonna fold that back over. Okay, and then let's see what we got going. What's it looking like? Ow. Easy. Is that a knot? No. Okay. Yeah. All right. So done with, what is these, 3 rows? As you see, what's that giving? What is that giving for y'all? Now when I swoop these edges, oh y'all, cause you know I like. And then like let me go in here and get you a little part going. Okay. Get you a little part going now. You know what I'm saying? Do you see? Cause where? Do you see? Taking my time over summer, and you see, like I've been combing it out and everything, but how the curl come right back. Yeah, you know, I get it from my mother. Hi. So let's do another one right here. Now I didn't use the whole strand because I ain't paying no attention to what I was doing right then. That's all right. That's all right. Let me show you what we're gonna do. That's a whole strand, so it's kind of thick. So I'm probably gonna split this in 3, which is what I did over here. I didn't do a whole strand though, but whatever. I did split it in 3. So let's secure it. Okay. So we just got a regular knot, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to split this in 3. Because we got 1, 2, 3. Right. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna go from the bottom over here. And when I mean the bottom, I mean like, you know, top, bottom. Start from the bottom and start pulling the strands through. Okay, that's 1. So that was, did they go in the bottom? It kind of went in the middle, honestly. Hard to see in this camera, so I'm gonna go underneath that one actually. And sometimes it's even more secure to like go through the braid, but it's up to you. Child, where I'm at now? Oh, okay. Here go the, okay. Pull that one through. Okay. And then we go on top of that one. And so I had to look in the mirror. Let's get this one and pull it through the braid as well. I like that. It feels more secure too. There we go. Okay, so we got 3. You see that? So now let's do this. You know, just a little bit, not too much, not too much. Pull it out. See? Back home and hit it. Not the outside, inside. Okay. What are we looking like? Is that looking like it's supposed to be looking? Yup. Yup. Now I'm going to go in and fill in. You can go right on top of that knot with the 2-sided knot method. That's what really helps, because the 2-sided method, the knot goes underneath the braid instead of on top. So you already have a knot on top because that's what you're feeding through the front, right? But with the 2-sided knotless strand to cover up that knot, you're putting that on top of it, that different method, that 2-sided method, and the knot is underneath, and then the strands come out and cover that knot up, if that makes sense. So going to go in there, go right next to it. All right, now pull it through, keep my loop, pull it through, boom. And I know you notice, again, I use 1 strand. Now, at this point, that's because I'm getting lazy. I ain't gonna lie. But, you know, I would still continue to use 2 if I were you. But I know, because I've just been doing it for so long, when it starts to get a little thick, you know, I'll alternate and do like pull a half and put the half in there. But in general rule, if you're just starting out, split it. Okay. And that hair is there to cover that knot. So we just move forward with the double-sided knotless all the way down the strand.
The pedestal. I don't know what I was thinking. Let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. I'm going back to the table, I know they saving us for the stable friend of mine, 'cause they know all this time that I was out my mind, thinking you were the one, that it was love, feelings were strong. I should've known, I should know. I don't know what I was thinking, let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah, yeah, that's impressive, how much you're messing with my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. No, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade, then you fade away. No, you don't care, no, you don't care, no, you don't care. Could be good, then you fade away. I don't know what I was thinking, let it be more than drinking and going back to your place, never to see you again. That was simply delusion, followed up with confusion. That was just substitution for your lonely bed. So that's impressive, how much you're missing my feelings in my heart, in my heart. Yeah, that's impressive, how much you're missing my feelings in my heart. Oh, yeah. How much you're messing with me, 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 how much you're messing with me.
Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. We get you in the bed, we don't do much talking. Come to think about it, don't do much often. And that's how we like it. Never time for arguing and fighting. And if we do, you know it's quick to make up. Pay for all your manicures and makeup. Make sure that your paper's straight, no pay cuts. Take care of my baby like a daycare. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Throw it like a cyclone. Said she wanna play around with the lights on. Said she wanna play around with my ice on. Lord, when she get to buying like a python. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave. Hop in the hood, baby, and slide my way. I play to catch it, baby, just slide on me. Only time you lie is when you lie on me. Be my forever, baby, come ride my wave.
Okay, so being that this video is going on about an hour now, I'm gonna just stop it there. Just know that I just repeated the process, everything that we just talked about. I did the exact same thing on the other side with the other color, and then I went back and filled it in. Now I do have video of me cutting this hair, and if you want me to drop that in a separate video, I will do so. But being that this isn't my first time, you know, working with this hair, you guys already know there's already videos on it. It's gorgeous. The hair is gorgeous. This final look was actually taken a week later. So, yeah. So yeah, sorry about the ring light pictures or whatever, but yeah, it was dark, and so that's what I had to use. But overall, you guys see the final look. Let me know what you think. This hair is absolutely amazing. If you are looking to wear ocean wave hair, I definitely suggest this authentic brand by from Sam's Beauty. Check them out. I really enjoyed this hair. I hope you guys liked this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.